D12 day 1, we're introducing you to the all sound. We're using ALL to make the all sound. It's quite a tricky one, so you'll really have to think while you're doing this one. We've got all, but all, k all, all, t all, w all, all, h all, s all, st all. Now let's have a look at what all these words mean. So we've got all can mean everything. So these are all the people, this is the world, and these are the people in the world. All means everything or everyone. Ball is something round that you can play with. It also has another meaning. So if your mum and dad got dressed up and they went out to a special dance with a meal, that would be a ball. It'd be called a ball. Call, you can call someone on a phone or you can just shout out to someone. It means that you're calling, you're speaking to someone else. Fall is where you might trip on something and fall over. Tall means a very long or very tall person, very high person. It indicates that it's going up and down, it's very high. A wall is made out of bricks usually, and it's used to separate one area from another. You can have lots of walls in your houses and they're not made of bricks, but they separate one room from another. A mall is a big shopping place where you go to where there's no road in that area. So it could be a big building, or it could be where they block off a street and all the shops flow out into a mall area. A hall is a big building or a big room where you might go for assemblies or special occasions. Small is something that's very little. A stall could be when you go to a market and they have lots of little stalls or little areas set up for people to sell their things. It can also mean if you stop suddenly, you might stall the car, which means that it will suddenly stop. It can also be a place where you keep a horse. So you can, sometimes if you go to the horse racing, you might see the horses in their stalls getting ready for their race. Okay, let's read the words, sound the words, spell the words, cover and write them 3 times. So we're going to go all, 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 all. A-L-L, A-L-L, A-L-L. Cover it and write it 3 times. See if you can write them without looking. Okay, you can practice the rest of those on your own. D12, day 2, we're revising that A-L-L makes the all sounding word. So let's read the words. All, but all, ball, k all, call, f all, fall, t all, tall, w all, wall, m all, mall, h all, hall, s all, small, st all, stall. So then you need to go back and read, sound, spell and write the words. So we've got all, A-L-L, A-L-L, A-L-L. Cover it and then write it without looking. You can read, sound and spell the rest of them on your own. Down here you have to finish the brick wall. So we've got all, but all. Just got to finish each of those words with A-double-L for the all sound. Then down here you have to link to the correct picture, which is a picture of the ball and which is a picture of the all. Just draw a line to each. Over here it says draw, you've got 2, draw something small and draw something tall. Down the bottom it says finish and link to the picture. We something like swinging on swings. You just have to write in the missing word. We all like swinging on swings. We got a hot dog at the, we've given you a hint, we've given you the first letter, S. So it would be all. You have to finish the word. I am small and he is tall. At the end you have to link to the picture so you can see that would be the one to go with that picture. She will cut something when we get to the something. We will go to the B in the H. We will not F on the W, off the W. Okay, you can fill in those missing words and don't forget to link that last picture to one of the sentences. D12, day 3, we're revising A-L-L makes the all sound. So let's read these words. All, ball, call, fall, tall, wall, maul, haul, small, stall. Then you have to go back and read the words, sound the words, spell the words and write the words. Don't forget when you're writing the words to cover the word when you write it. And see if you can sound it and write it. Down here we've got verb family. So in this column we're adding S to the base word. In this column we're adding the ing to the base word. And in this column we're adding ed to the base word. This last line is very tricky because you've got to find the base word. What is the list word that the word fell comes from? It comes from the word fall. So when we say that we fell over yesterday, we don't say I falled over yesterday, we say we fell over yesterday. So this one we don't add ed to, and that's why we've written it in for you. It's an irregular verb, means it doesn't follow the normal pattern of adding ed onto the end, say that we did that thing yesterday. Down here we've got comparatives and superlatives. So when we compare two things and we want to say more, we can add er to the end of the word. And if we want to say the most of a big group of things, a super group, if we want to say that it's the most, we add est to the end. So we would have tall, taller, tallest, small, smaller, smallest. We wouldn't say more tall or more small, that would sound funny. And we wouldn't say the most tall or the most small. We'd say tallest, smallest. Alphabetical order is where you have to find the words to put them in alphabetical order. And you've got to look at the first letter of each word. So if we say the alphabet and look at those words, we'll find that there's one starting with A, B, C, none for D, E, F, G, H, I, J are missing, K, L, M, and there's none after the letter M. So let's have a look. A, which word starting with A? All, so you'd have to write all. A, B, which word starting with B? Ball, so you'd write ball in there. You can finish that on your own, it's fairly easy. Singular, plural. Singular means one and plural means more than one. So if we have a ball, we say ball, but if we have lots of them, we say balls. And to make it say balls, we have to add an S onto the end of the word. Ask something, many walls. So if we have many walls, we say walls, but if we only have one, we say wall. You've got to write in the word wall there. A stall or a lot of stalls. So you could put the S on the end of stalls there. Over here it says draw 8 balls. Off you go. This is D12, day 4, and we're looking at homonyms, and down here we're working out whether to use at or an before a word in a sentence. So let's look at the top part first. Write one word to match both pictures. We've got a ball and people at a ball, which is like a dance for grown-ups. Fly and the bird can fly. Teeth in your mouth and the teeth on a comb. Chest full of treasure and the strong chest of the knight. A kid, a baby goat, and then a small child could also be called a kid. You can buy a packet of chips and you can also buy hot chips to eat. You can also chip your tooth or chip a piece of wood, which means that a bit breaks off. Down here we've got fill in the gap with the correct word. Would we say a boy or an boy? If the word after the at or an starts with a consonant, which are all of these letters, you put a before it. So B is a consonant, so we put a before it. A boy is eating a egg or an egg. Any words that start with a vowel, and these are our vowels, we have to put an before it. So if you find that a bit tricky, you could go through and work out which words start with a vowel and which words start with a consonant. So let's do the vowels. An E is a vowel, an A is a vowel, an O is a vowel. What have we got? An E is a vowel here. Then the other ones must all be consonants. So we've got a B is a consonant, a G is a consonant, an H is a consonant, an S is a consonant, and that's all. So then that might help you work out that where you have to put in the A or the an. Let's check if this one makes sense. A boy is eating an egg. A ant or an ant? An ant is in a old cup or an old cup. O is a vowel, so we have to put an. So we'd have to say an ant is in an old cup. I want you to try and do the rest of these on your own, and then when you've finished, see if you can find which picture belongs to which sentence.